Flight scenario number 2. So flight scenario number 2 has us going from Greensboro up to Lynchburg, Virginia. It's just over 80 nautical miles, 82 nautical miles, straight line. Looks like weather is beautiful spring. They call it chilly. Temperature looks fine to me being from Minnesota. BVF weather conditions all day long. Have plenty of experience. Looks like according to the flight scenario here, I'm a commercial pilot with the instrument rating. Could always file IFR to make the flight. The only thing concerning about this is whenever you have an aircraft that's returned to service, kind of begs the question with this much work being done to an aircraft. Engine overhauled, new interior, full suite of new avionics. We'll start with the engine. Engine overhaul, 0 time. I know several people that own their own aircraft, and they'll trust a 1,500 hour engine over a 0 hour engine. So my concern with the engine would simply be, has it been flown? Did the mechanic take it up with somebody there, make sure everything's spinning? I know the aircrafts that I fly outside of the flight school, the mechanic himself a lot of times will go up with the airplane along with somebody else. If they're willing to do that, I trust their work. But a new interior, not a big concern. The avionics, however, that's a bit of a concern. What is the new avionics? Is it something that I'm familiar with? Is it a Garmin setup that I've used before? Or maybe is it an Avidyne setup that I've never even seen? If it is something that's different than what I've used in the past or understand how to operate, is it something I feel comfortable with doing a little bit of Google search, while maybe watching a few videos? Is it something I can teach myself relatively quickly how to navigate through on the ground prior to leaving? Is there going to be somebody there that understands the systems when I pick up the aircraft that will go up with me and fly for an hour to show me the new system? All of those things kind of come into play on whether a person should really take this flight or not. Of course, the external pressure of hoping to get hired on as a CFI and hoping to make a good impression. These decisions really is that good impression, showing them that you're competent, that you understand risks, and that you are not willing to take unnecessary risks while flying. To me, shows more than just hey, I'm willing to fly this plane back for you. So going through this stuff, maybe even with your boss prior to heading out, and making sure that you're able to work through the new avionics and suite with somebody. Go up maybe with somebody there from the repair shop, and take a little flight around and turn around and land. Drop them off and then make the 45-minute flight back. It's not a long flight. I'm not worried about the distance. We're not trying to cover 8 hours with something that's brand new, but it would certainly be nice to be able to go up with somebody that can explain the whole system and run me through it with the amount of time that it takes for commercial and instrument rating. No doubt I would have plenty of experience in an aircraft. It is a Piper, something I'm very familiar with, flying a little PA-28. But the main thing for me in this flight scenario is the new avionics that were installed, and maybe the engine, just making sure that it goes up. Never pull an aircraft straight out of the the hangar and straight into the sky without a kind of a mechanic test flight. So making sure that that was done as well, I think would be important, as long as those conditions can be met, that the aircraft is already flown, and it can be flown with me again, with somebody to go over the avionics if it's something I'm unfamiliar with. This is most definitely a flight that I would take.